What's up, YouTube? So if you didn't know, 2K just released their first courtside report for NBA 2K23 with a ton of new news centered around gameplay and my career. So let's go ahead and break it down. So first on the report, they had a new feature called Flex on the Rim. So it's for dunking, metered skill dunks, dunking in traffic. It's all like new controls with the Pro Stick. So the controls for the new Pro Stick are up on the right stick would be a two-hand dunk, right would be a strong hand dunk, left would be weak hand, down be rim hangs, up is flashy two-hand, down up is flashy one-hand, up down is a normal skill dunk with the meter, and then down is rim hang, skill dunk with meter. They also stated that like when you hang on the rim, you can hang there for as long as you want. So I already know a bunch of people on my team are going to be trolling just hanging on the rim. Next up, they added Adrenaline Boost, which says it's another new feature to prevent over dribbling. There are 3 available boosts per player per possession, and it'll be 3 small bars under the stamina meter. They say boosts are consumed every time you perform a hard go or explosive sprint. Once your 3 boosts are gone, you'll notice that your speed and acceleration decrease significantly for the remainder of the possession. As with dribble combos, it's important to play smart basketball and be efficient with your movement rather than zigzagging back and forth. So it seems like left-right won't be as effective as it was in 2K22, which is good because that was just like the cheese meta dribbling from last year. Now getting into the shooting, they added more authentic shooting. They now added like jump shot, like ratings and stuff for all different kind of shots. With the jump shots, they have shot speed, which is how quickly the shot gets to the ideal release point, release height, how high the shot is released. Defensive immunity, which I think is going to be kind of crazy, is how effective the shot is against defensive contests. And then timing impact, adjust shot windows to reward good timing at cost of an increased penalty for bad timing. So they also added 5 new jump shot meters to the game, which if you shoot with meter, this will be pretty cool, so you get to shuffle through which ones you like the most. And they said they'll also be dropping 15 more jump shot meters that you can unlock through the seasons over the year. And for shot feedbacks, now they have early, which will be a high arcing shot, late will be a flat arc, and on time will be an ideal arc. So that's the way you now can pay attention to your shot by seeing the release feedback. And it also looks like with the shot feedback enabled, they're going to delay the timing dash coverage overlay and green release animations from coming up until the ball hits the basket. So you won't know necessarily that you hit the green until the ball's already in the net, which is a kind of cool change, but see how it is in game. Be kind of like more anticipation when watching the shot go in for sure. And now something that we're all excited about, badges, builds, takeovers. So for current gen users, PS4, Xbox One, you no longer have the pie chart, which is kind of cool after being in the game for, since 2020, 2K20. They now get the new builder that the new gen PS5, Xbox Series X and S get, which is awesome for them. They get a little bit of a refreshing game. Another awesome feature is the fact that now, if you buy animations on one build, they do transfer over to the rest of your builds. Of course, you have to meet the requirements for each build to use the animations, but saving the extra couple hundred VC per animation per build is pretty awesome. Another cool feature is now when you do the My Player Builder and you test your build, you can choose between a 5v5 environment, like how we have in previous years, with like the different teams you get to select and go up against the real NBA teams. And now you can do a 3v3 environment for more of like a city type feel. Okay, and now next up, the new gen badge system. Okay, so in the report it says, the most impactful change when it comes to building players is in the form of a new badge system for new gen. So in the report, 2K says that they noticed that a lot of players often use the same badges. So to avoid everyone using the same badges again, they've come up with a new idea of a tiered badge system. So there's going to be 16 badges per attribute category, 8 in tier 1, 4 in tier 2, and 4 in tier 3. Tier 1 badges are the least powerful for each player, but also cost the least amount of badge points. Costs go up as you climb the tiers and acquire the more impactful badges. The basic idea is that you'll need to equip a certain amount of badges in the lower tiers before you can equip the badges in the highest. So it seems like they're going to separate some badges based on tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Seems kind of like a bronze, silver, gold system, but we'll see how it plays out. I guess the more badge points that you have on your player will be the more lower tier badges you'll need to equip. So for example, if you wanted like tier 3 posterizer, you'll probably have to do like tier 1 giant slayer, just for an example. So with some of the new badge changes, we do have some updates on those. So for the new finishing badges, we do have Slithery, which makes it easier to gather through traffic, avoiding collisions and strips. We now have Masher, increases ability to finish inside layups over defenders. We have Aerial Wizard, which is the ability to successfully complete alley-oops and putbacks. And then we finally have Bully, like Giannis and LeBron, able to finish strong by bulldozing through the traffic. One finishing badge from 2K22 has been removed, and that will be Hook Specialist. For the shooting badges, now in the game we have Agent 3, the ability to hit difficult three-point shots off the dribble, kind of like Circus 3s. We have Midi Magician, improved ability to knock down mid-range jumpers off the bounce or out of the post like MJ. We have Amped, reduces the shooting attribute penalties when fatigued and when moving excessively prior to shooting. We have Claymore, which increases a spot-up shooter's ability to knock down catch-and-shoot jumpers the longer they remain stationary prior to shooting. Comeback Kid looks pretty cool, improved ability to shoot perimeter jumpers when trailing in the game. Now this is one of my favorite ones they added, Hand Down, Man Down. Makes an outside shooter even deadlier if opponents fail to get a hand up in their face. Now the good thing about this is it's probably going to cancel out some of the ghost contests that you see when like guys just are like running past you and they get a 15% contest. Seems like it'll be like a different version of Dead Eye, which is pretty cool in my opinion. I like it a lot. Space Creator is now a shooting badge. It was formerly a playmaking badge. It now boosts the ability to hit step back jumpers and hop shots, and will also cause more defenders to stumble more often. And Limitless Range returns, an old favorite, making shooters more effective with any shot attempt from deep 3-point range. Now some of the shooting badges that did get removed this year is going to be Chef, Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky Sevens, Mismatch Expert is now moved to Playmaking badge. Then you got Set Shooter, Sniper, and Limitless Spot Up all being removed as well. For playmaking now we have Killer Combos, improves the dribbler's effectiveness with size up dribble moves. It's basically a combination of last year's Quick Chain and Tight Handles badge, which sounds very OP. It seems like it's going to be a very good badge. Next you have Clamp Breaker, which helps ball handlers win more one-on-one body bump confrontations. It's to counter 2 clamps. Seems like if they add more badges that will counter other badges, it seems like a very fun idea. Like choosing what badges to use to work against another opponent. Seems more of like a skill-to-skill badge layout rather than just more of an RNG who gets better animations. Next up we have Vice Grip, which improves ball security immediately after securing a rebound, catch, or picking up the ball. It does seem like a great badge for big men. I know in 2K22, oftentimes my centers, they get boards and get plucked immediately, or just like as soon as you get a board, people are just spamming square, which is pretty annoying. But Vice Grip seems like it's going to be a very good badge for that, to once again counter those types of plays. And then Mismatch Expert, which was the former shooting badge, it now helps smaller guards break down taller defenders when mismatched one-on-one. That seems very cool as well. If like you get a switch on a screen and the center has to guard the point guard, it seems like a very cool idea. And now for the removed badges, you have Bullet Passer, Downhill, Glue Hands, and Stop and Go. Mike Wang did say that Bullet Passer will be more tied into your pass accuracy, so the better pass accuracy you do put on your player, the faster speed you will get for your passes. And then finally we have defensive and rebounding badges. So first we have Anchor, a crucial badge for the last line of defense for bigs. Improves ability to block and contest shots in the paint, which is more of the centers, like the big men. That's more of their Intimidator badge this year. As they did take out Intimidator, Mike Wang said on Twitter. Box Out Beast helps rebounders win box out battles on both offensive and defensive rebounding situations. Workhorse, which is the Pat Bev badge, that boosts your ability to hustle down 50-50 balls and play hard-nosed defense without getting tired. That sounds just like the Hustler badge from 2K22. Glove seems pretty cool as well. Named after legendary defender Gary Payton, helps you strip players as they gather for shots and poke ball free from ball handlers. And then finally we have Challenger, which is more of the Intimidator for perimeter players, which improves the effectiveness of perimeter shot contest. And the one badge removed from the defensive category was Defensive Leader. And finally, 2K added a new Team Takeover redesign. So how it worked in the previous years was one player from a team could fill up their whole takeover meter, get their primary, secondary, and then their final team takeover meter. And then they can pop team, and the whole team will get takeover. Now for this year, every single player on the team needs to be involved. They say for 2K23, Team Takeover works as a cooperative team system, with the entire team sharing a single meter. Each player on the team has an equal portion that they're responsible for filling up. Once each player has filled up their portion of the meter, Team Takeover automatically fires off for the entire team. I like this idea a lot, as it's going to be more of a team game, You have those like comp guys that sit corner with the 0-0-0-0-0 stat lines. They actually have to put some work in now in order for the whole team to get team take, which seems pretty cool to me. And that about wraps it up for all the new info that we got from 2K. There should be a lot more news coming up in the next couple of weeks as we're heading into the home stretch of 2K22 and heading into the launch of 2K23. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.